Hello everybody, Mr. Brown here with another edition of Ask Mr. Brown Kids Edition. It's called the Kids Edition because I do one for the adults, but this one is for the kid. Oh yeah.
You're listening to Ask Mr. Brown. Got questions? Well, ask Mr. Brown. He'll give you his perspective on your questions. He's a speaker, a mentor. He's the choice guy who wants to help you make better choices to live a better life. So go ahead, ask Mr. Brown.
I'm back with some more questions and give you my perspective on your question. Now, you may have a perspective, and I would love to hear your perspectives. If you can leave a comment in the descriptions, or you can send me an email and send me a message. I will read your comments, and I'd like to get your letters, because guess what? All of these are letters from kids, and I'll put the address you can send a letter to. You can send it in snail mail. You know what snail mail is? It's the opposite of email. It's not digital, it comes through the mail, and I get an actual piece of paper. So here's the address right there somewhere. I would love to get your letters, because I also do a video series called Letters to Mr. Brown, where I just read some of your letters because they are so heartwarming. They make me just feel so good inside when I learn it, hear that you guys are learning and applying the things we're teaching. Because listen, I can say choose well, and you can say, oh yeah, all day long, but the most important thing is that you're actually doing it, that you're trying your best to apply the message you learn about choosing well. Because when you make better choices, you will live a better life. So choose well. Oh yeah. All right, got 3 questions, and I'm gonna try to do 3 questions each time. I don't want these videos to be too long. Sometimes I'll do 1, because some of the questions are very deep and they're very thought-provoking, and I just talk too much sometimes. But I can say that. You shouldn't say that. Oh no. Anyway, 3 questions today. The first one is this: how can I stay motivated? How can I stay motivated? So this student's asking me, how can they stay motivated? Well, you know what? Sometimes you just won't feel motivated. Sometimes you have to act even though you're not motivated. You have to do the right thing even when it's not motivating. Even when you don't feel good. Like some days I'm not motivated to get up, but I have to think about the greater opportunity I have to get up. I get to take care of my kids. I get to go and help other kids. I get to go and speak. I get to live life. So sometimes I think it comes down to really considering the opportunities you have for life. That you have opportunity to live. You have breath in your lungs. You can breathe. So even though things may not be easy and you may not feel motivated, I would take 1 step at a time. Because sometimes I don't feel motivated to work out, but you know what I do? I take the first step. I put my clothes on. Because I can't work out with no clothes on. That would be strange. But I get going. And once I get into it, guess what? I start to build momentum. Ooh, that's a big word. Momentum. Momentum. It helps you keep going, even when you don't feel like going. Because sometimes I'm just not motivated. I have to think of something greater than myself. So maybe that can help you be motivated, even when it's hard to do. Question number 2. How do you deal with fake friends? How do you deal with fake friends? Be a real friend. Be a real friend. I think that's the number 1 way to deal with fake friends, is you be a real friend. And here's the deal about friends. I had a student come to me recently and say, Mr. Brown, I'm having a hard time making friends. How can I get more friends? That was her question. And my answer was this: it's not about you getting more friends. It's about you being a friend. If you want more friends, be a friend. If you want real friends, be a real friend. Be a kind, loving, considerate person. The kind of people that people want to hang around, you be that kind of person. Because then you won't attract fake friends, because fake friends don't want to be around it. They want to be around stuff drama. Some people just like drama. Listen, if you don't like drama, you don't be around drama, hey, learn how to be a good friend, even to those people who may not be real friends. So how do you get rid of fake friends? Be a real friend. Because fake friends don't like real friends, because fake don't like real, but real can deal with fake. Ooh, that was pretty good. Last question for this episode of Ask Mr. Brown Kids Edition is this. It's actually a story first. We should play some music when I tell the story. Hey, here's some story time music. Here we go. My sister accidentally hurt me and got in big trouble. But I feel bad for her. How do I make it up to her? You know what? First of all, I want to say thank you for being considerate, considering others, being compassionate towards someone who actually hurt your feelings. Because sometimes we allow when people make bad choices or hurt us, we internalize it and we become angry. We start treating them mean and start treating them bad. And I want to encourage you, don't let anyone else's bad treatment of you make you a bad and mean person. So I want to congratulate you for making a good choice to have compassion for that person who did you wrong, especially your sister. How can you make it up to her? I don't know if you can make it up to her because she made a bad choice, but you can let her know that you don't hold a grudge against her, that you forgive her. I believe forgiveness is a powerful word. For someone to hear, I forgive you, or for you to say that to someone else, that's powerful. So you can't make it up to her, so to speak, because you didn't do anything wrong, unless you did something wrong and you didn't tell me about it. Did you do something wrong? Maybe you did. And if you did, if you messed up, what should you do? You should fess up. But if you didn't do anything wrong and they made a bad choice and they got in trouble for it, hey, you can tell them you forgive them and you're there for them. I think that's a beautiful thing, because that's one of the golden rules. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you made a bad choice, do you want people to come around helping you out, or do you want them to be mad at you and kind of ostracize you? Ooh, that's another big word, ostracize. Thank you again for being considerate and being concerned about other people's feelings, even though they messed up. That ends this edition of Ask Mr. Brown Kids Edition. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share this video with your family, your friends. Again, your cat, your dog. Anybody got a monkey in the house? I know one student said they have a hedgehog. So you can share this video with your hedgehog too. But like it, share it, so other people can hear Mr. Brown's perspective on their questions on the next edition of Ask Mr. Brown. And remember, when you make better choices, you live a better life. So choose well. Oh, yeah.
You're listening to Ask Mr. Brown. Got questions? Well, ask Mr. Brown. He'll give you his perspective on your questions. He's a speaker, a mentor. He's the choice guy who wants to help you make better choices to live a better life. So go ahead, ask Mr. Brown.